Welcome to English for All with Khadija USA, learning step by step at your own pace.
Kids Box 5, Unit 1, Lesson 7, Time for Television.
Welcome back to Kids Box 5, designed for 5th grade. Go ahead, open up your pupil's book, Unit 1, Time for Television.
Page 16, History, Cartoons, Fact. The Simpsons started in 1987. It's the longest-running cartoon series. Number 1. Ask and answer. Do you watch cartoons? Who's your favorite cartoon character? Is it A. Despicable Me, B. Tom and Jerry, or C. Ash Ketchum? Number 3. Read and answer. Let's go ahead and read this together. Films and cartoons are made of lots of different images. In films, the different images are called frames, and in cartoons, they are called cells. In a film, there are usually 24 frames per second. Our eyes do not see the space between each frame or cell. Number 1. How many frames do you need for 15 seconds of film? If you answer 360, you are correct. There are 360 frames that are needed for a 15-second film. Number 2. How many cells do you need for 1 minute of animation? If you have answered 720, you are correct. There are lots of different ways to make cartoons. The first cartoons were made using hand-drawn pictures. Today, some cartoons are drawn using cell animation. For these, artists have to draw pictures on clear plastic. This means that to change the cells, they only have to redraw the parts of the picture that move. Other cartoons, such as Wallace and Gromit, use models. Artists move the models and take a photograph. They have to take a lot of photographs. Number 3. Which method of making a cartoon do you think would take the longest and why? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. These days, most cartoons are made using special techniques with a lot of help from computers. Now, anyone can make a cartoon using cartoon-making websites. You could make a cartoon too. Section 4. Can you think of an idea for a cartoon? Let me know. Page 17. Section 4. Listen and choose the answer.
Pupil's Book, page 17. 4. Listen and choose the answer.
Hello, and welcome to today's program about the history of cartoons. Here to tell us all about this interesting subject is Peter Jones.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Who was the first popular cartoon character?
Well, the first cartoon character that people liked in different countries was Felix the Cat.
Felix the Cat?
That's right. Felix the Cat started in the 1920s and was very popular. The only problem was that Felix didn't speak.
Do you mean that there wasn't any sound?
Yes.
So, what was the first cartoon with sound?
Ooh, that was a cartoon in 1928 called Steamboat Willie, and it was by Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, really? And who was in it?
The star of the cartoon was Mickey Mouse. Over the next 10 years, Walt Disney also made cartoons with Pluto the dog and Donald Duck.
There are a lot of animal cartoon characters, aren't there?
Yes. Yes, there are. Anyway, in 1932, they made the first cartoons in colour.
1932? Wow. Are cartoons today very different from the first ones?
Well, yes, they are. But the biggest change was in the 1990s, when people started to use computers to help them make cartoons. The first 3D computer film was Toy Story, and that came out in 1995.
That's right. And then in 2001, Shrek won a prize for the best animated film, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and that really was a great film. Now there are lots of fantastic new animated films every year. It's an exciting time for cartoons.
Well, Peter, thank you very much for being here today.
Section 5. Listen again and put the information on the timeline.
Hello, and welcome to today's program about the history of cartoons. Here to tell us all about this interesting subject is Peter Jones.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Who was the first popular cartoon character?
Well, the first cartoon character that people liked in different countries was Felix the cat.
Felix the cat?
That's right. Felix the cat started in the 1920s and was very popular. The only problem was that Felix didn't speak.
Do you mean that there wasn't any sound?
Yes.
So, what was the first cartoon with sound?
Ooh, that was a cartoon in 1928 called Steamboat Willie, and it was by Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, really? And who was in it?
The star of the cartoon was Mickey Mouse. Over the next 10 years, Walt Disney also made cartoons with Pluto the dog and Donald Duck.
There are a lot of animal cartoon characters, aren't there?
Yes. Yes, there are. Anyway, in 1932, they made the first cartoons in colour.
1932? Wow. Are cartoons today very different from the first ones?
Well, yes, they are. But the biggest change was in the 1990s, when people started to use computers to help them make cartoons. The first 3D computer film was Toy Story, and that came out in 1995.
That's right. And then in 2001, Shrek won a prize for the best animated film, didn't it?
Yes, it did, and that really was a great film. Now there are lots of fantastic new animated films every year. It's an exciting time for cartoons.
Well, Peter, thank you very much for being here today.
Project. Make a flip book cartoon. You will need 2 sheets of heavy paper or cardboard, a pencil and scissors, crayons or markers, a big stapler or a big clip. What we want to do is cut each sheet of card into 6 squares. Number the cards from 1 to 12 and draw the same bounce line on all 12 cards. Then draw a ball on the bounce line to the left of the first card. Draw the same ball on each card just to the right of the one before. Put the cards in order, staple one side. Now flip through your cartoon book. You will see the ball on the bounce line moving and bouncing across the line. Have fun. For your first animation flipbook cartoon, I look forward to seeing everyone's cartoons. Now let's go ahead and go to your activity books, page 16, History, Cartoons, Section 1. Answer the questions. We want to answer this cartoon questionnaire. Number 1 is done as an example. What's your favorite comic? My favorite comic is... What is your favorite comic? Such as Garfield. Many different comics to choose from. Go ahead and finish that sentence for them. Number 2 through 8, go ahead and answer those to your best ability. Section 2, answer yes or no. Number 1, again, is done as an example. The first cartoons were in color. No, they were in black and white. Number 2 through 6, go ahead and answer yes if it is true or no if it is not. Section 3. Plan a report about the history of animation. Think about the answers to the questions above and about what you learned in the pupil's book. You need an introduction, which is what you are going to write about. A middle, what you learned. Then you will need an ending, an end, the most interesting thing you found out. Look at the plan below, my plan. We have an introduction of, I'm going to write about. Tell us what you're going to write about in this sentence. Continue and finish the sentence. Then we have the middle. I learned. What did you learn? Then you want to put an end to the plan. The most interesting thing I found out is, go ahead and take your notebook and put this entry, Section 3, plan a report about the history of animations, in your notebooks. I look forward to seeing everyone's writings. Section 4. Now write your report. Again, this is done in your notebook. An example here, the history of animation. I'm going to write about the history of animation. Continue with this. This is also the same as exercise 3. So now go ahead and get your notebook and do your writing for this report of your plan, having an introduction, a middle, and an end. Start with the first words here in Section 4, the history of animation. I'm going to write about the history of animation. Now your introduction is right there for you. So go ahead and add a middle and then add the end. Page 17. Section 5. Now listen and color and write and draw. There is one example. So now you want to listen to the audio. If you need to rewind this video to listen to it more than once, welcome. Go ahead, take a listen, and do only what you hear. No other coloring to this picture other than what is stated.
Activity book, page 17. 5. Listen and look at the picture. There is one example.
Hello, Michael. Would you like to colour this picture?
Yes, please. It's a picture of a school dining room, isn't it?
That's right. What do you want to colour first?
Shall I colour the man who's standing behind the food?
OK. Colour his hair black.
All right.
Can you see the man's black hair? This is an example. Now you listen and colour and write and draw. 1.
Now what shall I colour?
Well, can you see the 3 children standing over there near the food?
Yes, I can. They're all waiting.
Yes. Look at the boy on the left. He's wearing a jacket.
Oh, yes. I can see him well. Shall I colour his jacket green?
Good idea. Green's a nice colour.
2.
Can you see the man standing under the clock?
Which one? The one with a spoon?
No, the man who's carrying a bowl. Can you colour the bowl red, please?
OK. Now he's got a red bowl.
3.
What shall I do now?
Do you like drawing?
Yes, I love drawing. Art's my favourite subject.
Then, can you draw a banana between the apples and the oranges?
On the plate?
Yes, that's fine.
Shall I colour it yellow?
Yes, good idea.
4.
I'd like you to write something now. Let's see. Can you see the book on the table?
Which one? The smaller or the bigger one?
The bigger one, next to the boy's glass. Write the word maths on it, please.
OK, that's his maths book.
5.
Can you see the woman behind the food?
The one with long hair?
Yes, that's right. She's holding a bottle. Would you like to colour it?
Yes. Can I colour it blue?
Of course. Now your picture looks really good. Well done.
Now that you have finished your activity book pages and your lesson, go ahead and do the small quiz beneath this lesson video. Don't forget, send me the marks through the classroom. Thank you and see you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching this video. See you again. Please don't forget to tick subscribe, like, and hit the golden bell for more videos. See you in the next video.